What's up and welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Eddie and I'm still addicted to Marvel Snap, and we got a huge update to the Marvel Snap card acquisition system with the Spotlight caches, and I figured let's do a video talking about it. Now before we start, a quick disclaimer, or actually a couple disclaimers. First up, I am a part of the Marvel Snap content creator program, or whatever it's exactly called, which means that we were given a bit of information on this ahead of time so that we can record the video and share it with you guys at the time of release. So if you're wondering how the heck do I know all of this stuff at the time of the release of video, that is why. Second thing is that we were a part of a little Q&A, like questions and answers with the developers about the system. So we do have a bit of extra information that I'll be able to share with you guys as we go through it. And the last thing is, I don't normally do these kind of videos. So if I'm kind of all over the place in how I do it, normally I just do Marvel Snap variant talk, but I figured this is a big enough of an update to the game that I'm like, you know what, I want to share the good news with you guys and kind of talk about it. So this is not normally what I like to do, so if you guys feel like there's any feedback on how I can do these videos in the future, or if I should not do these kind of updates, or if you do like them and you'd like to see me do more Marvel Snap update videos, make sure to comment all of that as we go. So let's jump right into it. We are getting Spotlight caches, everybody. I'll put the first picture up over here to kind of give you guys an idea, but let me break down how it works. So the idea behind the Spotlight caches is that every 10 collector reserve or collector cache will now be replaced by these Spotlight caches instead. And inside of the Spotlight caches, you have more chances of now, actually, you're almost guaranteed a brand new Series 4 or Series 5 card. Whereas before, you would only get a 1 in 40 boxes a Series 4 card, and then almost, if lucky, you'd get a 0.25% chance of getting a Series 5 card. This new system is that you now, in every 10 boxes, your collector reserves now get replaced by the collector caches, and you are guaranteed a Series 4 or Series 5 card. Why are they exciting? Because with this new system is 1 in 10 weeks, you're actually going to get these boxes way more often. You're almost guaranteed a collector a Spotlight cache once a week, which is very exciting. But let's jump right into it. I've got a bunch of pictures here that I'm kind of going to break down with you guys and explain how they work, and then we'll go into more details later. So first thing, as you guys can see here, every week there's going to be a new Spotlight cache with 4 cards in it. So they're going to tell us ahead of time, hey everybody, these are the 4 cards that are going to be in the Spotlight caches of this week. In this example, we're using Jean Grey, who's not in the game yet, but I'm guessing they're using her as a tease for a card that's coming out soon. Null, Living Tribunal, and then the 4th one is a random Series 4 or 5 card. So in the week when the Spotlight cache is happening, they're going to tell you, hey everybody, these are the 4 things that you can find in the box. It's always going to be the newest card released, 2 Series 4 or 5 cards that are going to be considered featured, and then a random one. So that's how you guys can see they came up with this system. So Jean Grey is the new card of the week, Null and Living Tribunal are all the featured cards of the week, and then a random one of any of the others that are in the pool. From there, if I open up the second one, when you open a cache, you will get for sure one of those 4 things. There's a 25% chance of each one of them. It's not more likely that it's the newest card or the Series 4 card or the random card. They all have a 25% chance of being the card that you get in the box. In this case, as example, he got Jean Grey. So that means that he got the brand new newest card in the box. What happens after that is that if you were to decide to open another Spotlight cache in that week, that you now have a 33.33% chance of getting either Null, Living Tribunal, or the random card, because you already got Jean Grey. So she gets removed from the percentage chances, and now you only get the other 3, which means you have better odds. So if it was the opposite, let's say Jean Grey was not the card you drew, you actually got Living Tribunal instead, well, now you actually have a 33% chance of getting Jean Grey instead of one of the other 3. From there, as you guys can probably understand, if you continue to open up the Spotlight caches each and every week, you'll get more and more of the rewards until you're guaranteed all 4 of those rewards if you open 4 Spotlight caches in that same week. Now, you guys might be wondering, what happens if I already own Null, or if I already own Living Tribunal, or I already own the random card that would normally be the card that I would get, but I don't have Jean Grey? Again, as a reminder, as the system works, you're not more likely to get Jean Grey because you own the other 3, but what it does do is that it replaces each of those cards with what they call premium variants. The premium variants are basically variants of Null, Living Tribunal, Jean Grey, and let's say the 4th card is Thanos, whatever. You're gonna get a premium variant. What is a premium variant? It is variants that they selected as timed exclusive to the Spotlight caches, which means that if you get that variant in the Spotlight cache, you got it way ahead of when they were going to show up in the shop. And the best news in all of this, they are 100% guaranteed to not be pixels. And on top of that, these premium variants could be 700 gold or 1200 gold variants that you normally cannot get in the shop. So again, like I said, they are calling them premium variants. They're like a bit ahead. They're going to be timed exclusive to the caches, and then after that they get added to the regular rotation of like the daily rotation of shop that you can get with the gold. But they could be 700, 1200, but they will not be pixel, which I think is fantastic. So that's kind of the guarantee that you're going to get. Once you've opened all 4 caches, like I said, you've collected all 4 rewards from that reward pool. In this case, he used the example that his 4th random series was Thanos, which, funny enough, I don't know why I said Thanos earlier, but that has nothing to do with this picture. Very random, but whatever. So you got your 4 rewards. Again, if you were to decide, you know what, I want to open 4 more Spotlight caches in that same week as those 4 that we just got. Well, as you guys can see in the example over here, all 4 of them get replaced with some of these premium variants, like this Jean Grey variant, the Null variant, the Living Tribunal, and then you would also get a variant of Thanos in this example. That is if you decide to open the 8 caches, Spotlight caches. Now, if you were to only open 4, like I said before, they can still get replaced by variants if you already own the card. But if you don't own the card, you're guaranteed to get those cards. Next, that's everything for actually talking about this one. Before I forget, just so all of you guys know, they did explain that we're gonna know ahead of time every single week what are the 4 box like characters and cards that are in the Spotlight caches, except obviously the 4th one's always going to be a random one that you won't know. But there's nothing that's excluded. So that means that big bads, the Series 5, like Thanos, Galactus, and all them, can be part of this system. The brand new card is always a part of the system on the week that they release. The only thing is the Season Pass card will always only join this pool after the month has passed. So in this case, this month is Ghost Spider. So Ghost Spider is exclusive to the Season Pass. You need to buy the pass to get Ghost Spider. But once July hits and then we get a new season, Ghost Spider technically joins Series 5, which means she will be joining the Spotlight caches, which means you will be able to get her in that system. So that's the general information on how the Spotlight caches work. So again, this is, you get the Spotlight caches 1 in every 10 boxes. So you will have to kind of stack them if you want to get a bunch of them. Like, you'll have to grab, like, basically increase your collection track until you get to each of the 10 boxes, and every 10 is a Spotlight cache. So if you hit 40 boxes, which normally a 40 box system would guarantee you 1 Series 4 card, now this new system, if you were to open all 4 boxes in the same week, you are guaranteed 4 new cards, or if you already own some of those cards, it'd be 1 or 2 new cards plus premium variants instead. So let me just compare with you guys what it looks like with this system, the old system versus this new system. If you were Series 3 incomplete, so you don't own all Series 3 card, I'm going to post this picture here so you're not going to see me for a bit. Here is the old system versus the new system if you were free to play and Series 3 incomplete, which means that, again, we are not counting anything when it comes to battle, like season passes or anything that you decide to purchase. That will be added on top of all this. But if you were a straight up free to play player, this is what you would normally get. With the old system, in a month, you are guaranteed 1 Series 4 card, 9 Series 3 card, about 4,000 collector's token, about 800 gold, and about 4,000 credits. With this new system, in that same amount of time, without spending any more money, you are guaranteed 3 to 4 brand new Series 4 or Series 5 cards, 8 Series 3 cards, 400 tokens, and 4,000 credits. Now, we're going to come back about these tokens and gold and all that. I know you guys have questions about that, but let's finish up on this next thing. The other system, which is the same, the old system versus new, but if you were already completed Series 3, right? So you already have everything from Series 3. You have all the cards. In the old system, you would guarantee, again, 1 Series 4 card a month, and then about 5,000 tokens, because you get 100 tokens replacing each of the Series 3 card. 800 gold, 4,000 credit. And then with this new system, you are still guaranteed 2 to 3 brand new Series 4 or 5 cards. You're gonna get some brand new Spotlight variants, right? Like we just talked about, the premium ones. 1 Spotlight, 1 premium. And then you're getting about 800 tokens and about 4,000 credits. So that is how this system is compared from before to after. Okay, now that I kind of explained everything on how the system works and how the old system and new system works and how the Spotlight caches work, this next part is kind of going to be on the fly. I've got a Word document over here that I prepped ahead of time to kind of help me explain to you guys a couple of the things that we got answers from with the Q&A and all that. So I'm going to be looking at my screen a lot and trying to get you guys, but I'm not allowed to show you guys any of this stuff, so I'm going to just kind of talk about it as we go through it. So first thing you guys are probably wondering, as you probably just saw, is what happened to the gold, what's happening with the tokens. So let me explain that real quickly. With this new system, the focus on the tokens is kind of being put aside, which means that with this new system, the whole idea is to open up boxes to get cards, which is the old system, like when you first started the game, which was as you grow your collection, you would get new cards. They're going back to the old school way, which is that's how you're going to get the new cards. Tokens are still there, but they are very, very much less important to the system. And the idea is you're going to get a lot less tokens, right? As you probably saw, you're getting about 400 tokens a month. And if you're Series 3 complete, you're only getting about 800, which is not much more, because every card now that you own from Series 3 is getting replaced by only 50 tokens, which is not much, and I'm not a big fan of that system personally, but they're replacing it. The idea behind it is that the token system is still there. You can still use your token to get brand new cards that are in the token shop, or to use them for the ultimate variants, but that's not the focus that they want you guys to use them to have on the system. So now it's more like of a backup system, right? You're gonna get enough tokens, what, every 3 months to be able to purchase a card from the collector token or get a variant. But outside of that, the focus is now instead on this new system. I have mixed opinions on that, but I'd love to know what you guys think about the focus on collector boxes instead of it. It does make it a little bit more random, right? That means that you do have less chances of controlling that you're going to get the brand new card, because like we saw with it, you have a 25% chance, like with the Jean Grey, to get Jean Grey or get one of the other 3 cards, whereas before with the tokens you could just go straight to the shop and just purchase Jean Grey. That is a little less exciting. But on the plus side, if you really are like, I want this one card 100%, you know they always announce ahead of time for the whole month the new cards that are releasing. And now we know that we can stack these Spotlight cash and just open 4 of them to guarantee the card. There is still a way to guarantee the card you want. It's just done in a different way. I also think that you're still going to end up with the same amount of guaranteed cards at the end of the month as what you were before. But on top of, along the way, you're going to get more cards if you're not complete, or you're going to get these awesome variants. So I think that the positive here really outweighed the negative, but the negative is less control on it because of the token system. Now, tokens are not going away. As you guys know, there are bundles that you're going to be able to spend money and get the tokens. So for what I see and how I'm feeling about this, it looks like collector tokens are the pay to earn system that they're going for, and then this new system is fair for all free-to-play players slash all season pass players and everyone else. So we're all on the same level with the collector track to get the cards. But if anyone wants to spend money on the game, which is either season pass or bundles or anything, you will be able to get these tokens to just go in the shop and either get a variant or get any cards to kind of catch up, or just get the new card. But I do think that I prefer this new system even with all this, because it is more of a fair game for even free-to-play players. So if you're a free-to-play player, you are the biggest winner in this new system. And if you're spending money on the game, if anything, I can see you spending less money on this game and still being just as rewarded, right? Like, we know a couple people who are whales in the game who spent a lot of money. STG, how you doing, Super Tech God? You guys are now actually going to be able to get premium variants in this thing without having to spend your money on them in the rotation. So they're actually saving a bit of money on that end too. So there are a couple things that obviously I'm even curious about, like where are they going with this? But they did also mention that this is obviously, as everything is with this game, and I love it and I appreciate the developers for this, it's going to be iterated on. So this is how they're starting it up, and then from there they're going to gather your feedback and then update the system as we go. please, if you have feedback for the developers, be respectful in how you approach it, right? You can be upset or love it or whatever, but be respectful in how you do it and how you approach the feedback, because obviously it's just not cool to just like treat people like shit just because you don't necessarily agree with certain things that they have decided to do. So if you have feedback for them, that's great. Give them feedback in a respectful way, and they will listen, because if anything, this once again proves that Second Dinner do listen to a lot of what everyone has to say. I'm one of the people in the minority who said that I liked the old system. I didn't have that much of an issue with the card acquisition before, but I know that that was a big conversation online, and here's a way that they are looking to update that and work on it, and they're going to continue improving on it. So again, good on them for that. Another really cool thing about this system is that every new card release is now going to feel way more exciting to everybody, right? I'm going to use myself and my Twitch community as a good example. Every single new card that releases, I have the tokens to purchase that card or to earn that card in a way. But that's not the same for every single person in my community. There's a lot of people who are struggling to get the tokens and all or whatever, or spend the money to be able to get every new card. With this new system, everyone is going to be excited, because now everyone, if you got one spotlight cash and the new card releases and you decide to open it, you've got a 25% chance to get that card. That is exciting. And if you really want that card, just stack the 4 spotlight caches and then you're 100% guaranteed to get that card. So lots of really awesome things here. And then like they said here, just get that new card, go into proving grounds or whatever, and start playing with the card. Very exciting. Don't forget, we still got the weekend missions and all that too. That's going to earn you stuff as well to help you go through that system. Another really good, exciting thing for this is that for people who are newer to the game, which is not everyone, maybe not, you're probably not watching this game, but if you're someone who has stopped playing the game for a while, or you just jumped into the game, you don't have almost any of the Series 4 or 5 cards. This system is going to get you caught up with the most exciting cards way faster. And I think that, again, that's a huge positive. Again, I think the people who are going to lose in this new system are people like me who are at the end of the game. I already have basically all but 3 cards, and I have the tokens to get the last 3 cards. I just don't really want them. But the winners in all this are people who were taking breaks and they're going to come back, or people who are new to the game. They're going to get all these exciting cards way faster, and I think that that's awesome, because it's going to get more people to play the game, which is going to be exciting for everybody, especially the developers and all that too. It also brings back the importance and the exciting part of upgrading cards, right? The most exciting thing about this is earn credits, get boosters, upgrade the cards, get new cards. And with this new system, that's back. If you guys know, Pool 1, Pool 2, and early Pool 3, that was the whole point of this game. It was get cards, play with them, get boosters, upgrade them, unlock new stuff. And then into the late Series 3, that whole system kind of broke down into find tokens and go get them in the shop. This new system goes back to the old way, which I do really like, because it was exciting to be able to open up a box and see that brand new card. I think that that is going to get a lot of exciting parts to the game back, which I really like. A couple things as well, just so you guys know, just like general info before I forget, and then we're going to end this video. If you have collector caches or collector reserves right now, and you decide that you don't want to open them, you could wait until this system goes live, and then most of them, every 10 of them are going to be replaced by spotlight caches, so you can stack them. Now, whether or not you want to stack them is up to you. If you prefer the token system, open all your boxes now and get a bunch of tokens so you can use the because the collector token system is not going away. But if you want a lot of tokens, open all your boxes now. If you like this new system better, hold on to all your boxes and see what you can get when the new system goes live. Another thing as well is there's no more gold, but that's the other thing I wanted to say. My watch just listened to all that conversation. There's no more gold in the collector reserves. They're being replaced by the cards, the spotlight caches and all that, which means that now gold is much more of a currency for paying players. So if you want to spend money, you will earn gold, and then with that gold, you can go get the cosmetics, but you will not be getting any more gold in the collector track, right? So in case you were wondering, what do we get in our 9 boxes, right? There's 10, and one of them is the spotlight cache. So what are the other 9? You are getting 2 Series 3 card, or if you already own all the Series 3 card, you're getting 50 tokens, 50 tokens. You're getting, one of the boxes will have 100 tokens. Another box is going to have, 3 boxes are going to get credits, either 150 credits or 200 credits. And then 3 of those boxes are going to be cosmetics, avatar, titles, and variants like they always were. So again, these 9 boxes no longer earn you guys any gold. So gold is now going straight to the monetization side only. I already mentioned this, but Series 4 and 5 cards, all of them can be a part of the Spotlight caches. So that means that there's no like big bad that are excluded or anything like that. All of them can be in them. But on the other side, you will no longer open Series 4 or 5 cards in collector reserves. That means that all cards are always a part of the Spotlight caches, no longer a part of any of the reserves. And then you guys might be wondering, what was the reasoning behind the flexible series drop? And the way they explained it is that with these, remember, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, that was a huge thing that happened. They basically announced that they were going to stop releasing on a fixed rate the cards from 5 to 4 and then 4 to 3. The reason for it now makes hopefully a lot more sense for all of you guys. I understand where they're coming from, where with this new Spotlight system, they want to have a giant pool of Series 4 and Series 5 cards. That way, when you have the Spotlight system and they're giving you guys 4 different opportunities of cards to unlock, you have a bigger pool of cards that you can try and grab from them. Again, I think that this now makes a lot more sense, and I understand. I totally understand that maybe they should have still waited until this system went live before they stopped dropping cards, but it makes a lot more sense that they want to have a lot of cards in Series 4 and in Series 5 for this system to work, because obviously they need to have a pool. They did say, though, they still plan on having cards drop from 5 to 4 or 4 to 3 when they feel like that card is just not as exciting as they thought it would be for this new system. So that's something to note, that they are still planning on it. But again, with the flexible drop, they're going to drop it when they feel like it makes sense. But again, you got a lot of chances to earn all these cards with this new Spotlight system. So it's still a win for both sides. I think that for them, it makes a lot of sense that they want to control the drops. But for us, we're not really losing out, because these cards are going to be a lot more likely to be in a box that we're going to be able to open. And again, before you wonder, what the hell? You are going to be getting 4 to 6 of these four of these boxes if you're free to play. As soon as you spend money, you will be earning more of these Spotlight caches. If you buy the battle pass or spend any money, you're gonna get more credits, which means more. But you're guaranteed 4 boxes, which is going to average out to either 1 guaranteed brand new card plus 3 new cards in that week that you decide to use them, or if you want to take a shot every single week, you have a 25% chance to earn every brand new card every single week, which is better percent chance than what it was before. Okay, final section here before I forget. Series drop will happen less often. I already mentioned that. A lot less tokens. I already mentioned that. But tokens are still there as a backup. Weekly card. Oh, yeah. We are still going to be getting brand new cards every single week. So this system doesn't affect the cadence of releases. Some people were wondering, are we going to get less cards or more cards out of this? Still 1 brand new card every single week. This is not affecting any of it. Weekend missions are still there. The system will be iterated on. I already mentioned all this. Perfect. Oh, look at me. I'm on top of things. Oh, the release date. You guys might be wondering, when is this happening? They have confirmed with us that they are planning on releasing this on the next patch. Now, I'm an idiot, so I don't know if by next patch they mean the start of the season or the mid-season patch, because I don't know if they count that the start of the season is a patch or not. So if I were you guys, I'm going to take a bet and say it's the mid-season patch of July. So the week of July 11th to 15th, that's probably when we're going to get it. Just a guess. That's the one that makes the most sense for me. Spotlight variants will not include variants. That's the best news of all of that. And like I said, the season pass cards are exclusive to the season pass, and then they join. Woo! That was a lot of information. I'm very excited about this system. Some things that I'm not a big fan of personally, but generally speaking, I think it's a better system than what we had before. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to know. I'm going to ask you guys a bunch of questions, because if you made it all the way to this video, might as well comment. First thing, what do you think of the new system? Second, do you want to open all your boxes now and get more tokens, or are you going to hold on to all your boxes for all the Spotlight caches? I'd love to know that. Third, what do you guys think of this kind of video? Like I said, I don't normally do these. I love to talk about Marvel Snap variants, but figured I'd try something. If you guys like this content, please let me know in the comments that you want me to do more discussions about the news of Marvel Snap and the updates and changes. Or if you're not a fan, I'll stick to the Marvel Snap variants. Love to know all of that. Like I said, I'm excited for the future of Snap. There's definitely some things that I can tell you now that when it's going to release, it's not going to be perfect, but over time, it's going to get better. This system is exciting for my community. It's not exciting for me personally because, like I said, I already own a lot of these cards. I love variants, which means I'm going to open a lot of these boxes and hope for variants. But I'm not going to be getting more new cards out of this system myself personally because I've got all of them. But for someone who hasn't been playing for a long time or just joined or took a break and decided to come back, you guys are going to be caught up super fast. And I think that that's exciting to get everyone the exciting cards in their hands as quickly as possible. I think that there's a lot of really cool system behind all of this. All right, everybody, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really hope you appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. It really means a lot. Helps with the algorithm. Subscribe because, you know, it's Marvel Snap. Love to talk to you guys. And if you made it to here, might as well give the subscription, right? And like I said, comment everything in the comment section down below. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.